What I want to talk about in this video is how you create a landing page. A very, very important subject, and one that is going to help you really maximize your earning potential. So you have two options. You send traffic to your own landing page or direct to the advertiser's landing page. Both have pros and cons, which we're going to talk about, but one really is much more beneficial to you. Now, a landing page is your own website that you send traffic to. It could be a review page, it could be a squeeze page, or a blog. Now, when you're reviewing products, what you do is compare product A with product B, for example, or just review product A and tell people what you liked and what you didn't like about it. Now, quite often to review something, you do have to have bought it or have researched it and got a good idea what it's all about. Don't be frightened with reviews of pointing out negative points about a product. It's going to help you make money, honestly. A gushingly positive review, all that does is put people off and they go, you know what, not interested in that. You've got to give them real flexibility. You've got to tell them what you liked, what you didn't like. If you're comparing two products, again, bounce the two products off each other, saying, well, product A didn't do this, but product B did. Product B didn't do this, but product A did. And give people the real lowdown. Squeeze page has one purpose and one purpose only. That's to capture an email address. And what you need to do is just have one page all above the fold, so when they go to the website there's no scroll bars. All they see is your squeeze page. And blogs. Blogs are loved by Google because they're regularly updated. If you're writing interesting stuff, you're going to get some good followers, and that gives you a good chance to make money. Now, a landing page gives you control of the traffic that comes into it. Okay. Now, as I said, CPA offers run out, they change, and so on. So what you may find is that you're promoting an offer and it's not converting very well. It's not doing very well at all. So what do? Well, you've marketed it all over the place. You've then got to go off and find all the places where you marketed it and change the links that point to the new CPA offer. That is, if you're sending people to an advertiser's landing page. However, if it's your own landing page, all you need to do is go into your website, change the offers, and everyone's coming straight to your website and seeing all the new offers. So that's really, to me, the big benefit. I have control. When an offer expires, I don't have to think, right, I marketed it, there's this article, there's that article, there's that blog, there's this website, that Squidoo Lens, and run off and try and update them all. All I need to do is go to my website, update a few offers, a little bit of code, bang, done. People are seeing the latest offers. It means that you've got the flexibility to really, show people the latest offers, latest information, which can often help you make a little bit more money. And the point of the landing page is to capture email addresses and build a list. So you're going to have to get yourself an autoresponder service. But the money really is in the list. And I know that's something you hear people say, and everyone goes, oh, you've got to have a list. But you know what? If you can send out an email one night and wake up the next morning to find your PayPal account full of money, that's power. That's incredible magic. That's the power of having a list. If you don't have a list, you have to sit and rely to people stumbling over your website, and perhaps you might earn a little bit of money from them. Maybe they'll buy something or click on an advert or something, or maybe they'll just go away. If you've built a list, you have a relationship with these people, you can earn from them. So you always have to have a way of capturing the email address. And one thing that I recommend is offer an ethical bribe. So give them a free report or a free something for signing up to your list. Now, I've done this on one of my websites recently. I thought I'd do a bit of experimenting. So I have a one-page sale page, and what I've done is I've put up a little pop-up window on it, and it offers a free report on the subject if they enter their email address. In 24 hours, I had 10 subscribers. Now, the conversion rate of that pop-up is something like, according to Aweber, it's something like 25% at the moment. So obviously that's fairly good. So 1 in 4 visitors is subscribing to my list. So, I now have a list. It's growing every single day on autopilot, and all I need to do is keep driving traffic to my website. My list will grow. I can email them. Every time I email them, I'll earn money from them. And as I said, the nice thing with this landing page is it allows you to change offers easily. The last thing I want to have to do is go off and change an offer on a dozen different websites. If I'm sending everyone to my own web page, it's much easier for administration. And the real benefit of the landing page is you're building a long-term business. As you promote that website, as it grows in page rank and goes up in the search engine indexes, it's going to make you more and more money. It's going to become an asset, which means, a year down the line, you're getting 10,000 visitors a month. It's earning $1,000 a month. You can go onto one of the forums and say, right, I'm selling this, and sell it for $5,000 or something. You're building business assets, which is the real key. However, sending traffic directly to the advertiser can often mean more profit for you in the short term. Long term, not so much. But the advantage of sending traffic straight to the advertiser is there's less steps for the visitor to go through, so you often find a higher conversion rate. But conversely, you're not capturing email addresses, you're not building a business, you're just earning money. And to me, the real goal of this process is to build a business. If I just want to earn some money, I'll go get a job. I go and flip burgers. That will earn me some money. If I want to really build a business, I've got to have my own landing page, my own websites, and send traffic to them and start building them up. The landing page is by far the best solution as you are building your business. Now, it may be that for whatever reason you're not in a position to start on landing pages, which is fine. If you have to start by sending people straight to the advertiser due to lack of finances, whatever it might be, then do so. But you've got to, as soon as you can afford to do so, go and get yourself landing pages, create your own landing pages and send people straight to them, and start building a business rather than just earning some money. So what are the steps to creating a landing page? Well, firstly, go off and create your own catchy domain name. Something related to the offers, like hotringtones.com if you're promoting ringtones. Let's think of some more ringtone ones. Ringtones for you, happy ringtones, great ringtones, trendy ringtones, anything like that. It's got to be catchy, fairly easy to remember, and related to the offer. Ideally, needs to have a major keyword in it, like ringtones or whatever it might be. You've got to go off and find some reliable web hosting. Have a peek in the book that comes with these videos. That will tell you some great places to go and get some web hosting. Then you have to design and complete your landing page. So you've got to put all the information on it. And remember, you have to put some method of capturing people's email addresses on it. It's absolutely vital that you get their email addresses. And it's also important you have great graphics done. Far too many people will fling up a landing page and the graphics on there look like they were done by a 3-year-old. I mean, we're all guilty of it. We've all done it. We've all thrown something out and thought, that'll do. But you know what? The graphics make a big difference. And I'm going to give you another example from my own personal experience. I had a website that was selling a product recently. And the graphics on it were all right, but the header was too big, the graphics were a bit dull, and they weren't brilliant. I wasn't massively pleased with them. The product was converting at somewhere around about 0.1 to 0.3%. Pitiful conversion rate, really was. So I went out and found a good graphics guy, hired him, got him to redo the graphics. I told him what I wanted. I wanted something, really snazzy, something that really grabbed people's attention, communicated to them what the product was about. And, he came back, gave me some graphics. I looked and thought, wow, I was impressed. They were really good. So what did I do next? Put the graphics on the web page, didn't change anything else, and the next day, well, a few days later, I checked the conversion rate again. It was now converting at 1.5%. That was a massive increase just by changing the graphics. Now, you may be tempted to say, well, I'm going to skimp on the graphics. I'll just get some free PLR rubbish and recycle it. Go and get someone to do it. If you look around, you can find some fantastic graphics guys that are hugely talented who'll charge you no more than $50 for a landing page design. It's chump change, really. It's nothing when you consider that I paid my guy what, $50 it was to do. Well, I paid him actually $90 because I got him to do a lot of other graphics for it. I got him to do banners and boxes and all sorts. So I paid him $90, and you may be sitting there going, $90 for graphics? Yeah, well, 5 weeks later, I'm $3,500 richer because of that, because of those graphics. My affiliates are probably about the same amount richer. You know, we've made almost over $6,000 worth of sales in 6 weeks, and that has contributed. The major contributing factor is the graphics. You know, as I said, I haven't changed anything else on the website. I just put the graphics in and made it look professional. So, you know, you've got to go off and get decent graphics. I know you may be sitting there thinking, well, I can't really afford to do it. You know, go and get someone for $50 to do it. That's all you need. You just literally need a header and a footer. In fact, you could probably get somebody to do it for cheaper than that if you just go say, I want a header and footer, and you just put it into a table. You know, that's all you need. Don't skimp on it, because literally when someone comes to your website, you have, I don't know what the exact figure is, I've read different amounts, you have between 3 and 7 seconds to convince them to stay and read on. And if the graphics don't look good, you've lost them. I mean, I saw a website the other day, and I was asked to review it for a colleague, and it was selling a niche product, non-internet marketing. And I went to the website, and I knew what the subject was about because I've been told. Went to the website, the domain name was fantastic, had major keywords in. Looked at the front page and thought, what's this about? The headline, header graphic, nothing to do with the subject. The headline, nothing to do with the subject. And you know, you're looking at the front page thinking, what's this about? And you know, we've since rewritten it, and it's gone from literally 0 conversion rate up to, it's converting about 0.8 at the moment. I've still got a lot of changes to do with this particular person, but the conversion rate's increasing. And one of the first steps we did was to make sure that as soon as people came to the website, they knew exactly what it was they were meant to be doing. And it pays off. So you've got to make sure that your graphics are good and your headline grabs attention. Think about attention and interest. Your headline's got to make people go, what's that about? And then read down. It's no good having a wishy-washy headline like, get some great ringtones here. You know, you want a headline that screams at you, you know, amaze your friends with these fantastic, hot, off-the-press, brand new, incredible ringtones. Something like that. You see the difference. You know, you've got to grab people's attention and want them to read more. That's the whole point. If you don't grab their attention in those sort of 3 to 7 seconds, you've lost them. They'll be off somewhere else. Go if you don't believe me, okay, go to your website. If you have one, go and look at your AW stats. AW stats in your control panel is one of the methods of tracking traffic to your website. We're going to talk about this all later on, but I just want to give you some proof. One of the things it shows you is how long people stay on your website. You have 0 to 30 seconds, 30 to 60, and so on and so forth. And what you will find is the 0 to 30 seconds on your website will be a massive number compared to the others. And you, as I said, you literally have 3 to 7 seconds to get someone's attention. If you haven't got it by then, you've lost them. And a lot of people will literally come on, look at the headline and graphic and go, oh, I don't know what that's about, and go. So you've got to get their attention. You've got to make sure the purpose of the page is clear. Don't, you know, make it confused. I mean, I've seen pages where, yeah, they've been trying to sell me a product. They've been trying to capture my email address. They've wanted me to buy affiliate products and click on AdSense ads. What do I do? Which do I click on? I don't know. The whole point with the page is to have one purpose and one purpose only. If you want them to click on an advert, that's the only thing on there. If you want to capture their email address, put it in the pop-up, okay, so that you're not distracting them. And when they've completed the pop-up, they go back to the original page. Yeah, if you want them to buy a product, the page is just about the product. You know, don't make things confusing. Don't give people choices, okay? If you give people too many choices, guess what? They won't make one. You may sit there and say, oh, well, I'm helping them out. I'm giving them lots of different choices so they can decide which is best for you. Do you know what? doesn't work. It really, really doesn't work. I've tried it. I've experimented with giving people like a menu of options, and they just look at the page and go, I don't know, and go. You just basically tell them this is what you're buying, and it works. It really, really does. Don't give them too many options. Include towards the bottom, just about before any order button or the advert, include a call to action. The call to action is basically something that says you have to have this because. Tell them why they can't live without it. Tell them how it's going to revolutionise their life, change their fortunes, whatever it might be. But you've got to have a call to action. You've got to literally tell people what to do. You've got to say, order this now, or invest in this now, or fill in this survey now, something like that. Tell them what to do, but tell them in such a way that it makes them, almost compels them to doing it. And one thing you can do as well that's actually quite good is include an element of scarcity. People hate to think that they're missing out on something. If I, for example, one of the things I sell on occasion is I sell licenses to some of my products, but I don't sell many. I'm very, very restrictive about the amount I sell. So, for example, I will sell, say, 5 copies. That's it. And, I send an email out to the people. I say, right, I've got this new product. I'm selling 5 copies. And do you know what? Within about 2 hours, they're sold out. Why is that? Because they know darn well that when those 5 copies are gone, it's gone. And they can beg and plead and whatever, and I will never release any more licenses. That's it. It's game over. So you've got to include the scarcity in your offer. And if you do that, you're going to make a small fortune. So, you may offer the next 10 people that complete the action a bonus report or something. You've got to stick to it though. A lot of people will say, well, I'm only releasing 10 licenses to this, and then sell as many as they want. And you know what? That destroys your credibility. Because, next time you send out an offer, a lot of people look and think, oh, well, I don't need to worry about that. I'll pick one up later. If they know that 10 and 10's it, then they will jump on it as soon as they see it and not wait a moment. So that's one reason to use scarcity. It can help really, force people into action. People hate to think that they're missing out on something. So that's the steps to creating a landing page. You want to create a landing page because creating a landing page is building a long-term business. And that's the real goal. You have control over your website. You have control over the offers. You can sit there and say, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this offer. It's not converting to this offer. This offer's expired. I need to update it. And instead of rushing around and having to find dozens of websites and changing it, you're changing it in one place and one place only. Landing pages are the way to go. And with what I've just told you there, you've got enough information to go off and create a landing page and start, really increasing your conversion rate from it. Remember, capture email addresses, ideally in some sort of pop-up. But what you need to do is keep your pages focused. Don't try and sell too many things on one page. But landing pages will build your long-term profitable business.